In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 2nd, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Twins versus Chicago White Sox. It's a battle of American League Central foes on the diamond as they open a series on the south side of the Windy City. The Minnesota Twins are on the road as they make the trip to face the Chicago White Sox in the opening game of a 3-game series Friday night. Minnesota missed a chance to sweep the Red Sox in a 3-game set at home as they were upended 6-5 in the series finale Wednesday night. Chicago won the rubber game of their 3-game home set with the Royals as they rolled to a 7-1 triumph Thursday afternoon. The Twins lead the season series by a 6-4 margin, though the White Sox won 3 of 4 in the most recent series, which came at Target Field July 14th and June 17th. The Twins are 4-0 in their last 4 Friday games and 4-0 in their last 4 versus the American League Central. Minnesota is 5-1 in their last 6 in Game 1 of a series. Meanwhile, the Sox are 4-10 in their last 14 overall and 2-6 in their last 8 at home. Chicago is 1-4 in their last 5 versus a right-handed starter. Minnesota is already in Chicago waiting for the White Sox as they have Thursday off while Chicago is playing the Royals at 2:10. Although they will have tons of time to rest and recover from that game this season, with the rest advantage, the Twins are 3-1 while with the rest disadvantage, the White Sox are 2-4. Although Chicago hit Gray hard, he is such a good pitcher that makes adjustments that I expect he will make in this one. The Twins' offense is also better than the White Sox as they should be able to hit the right-hander hard who has struggled this season. Gray has been on a pretty solid pace lately. Over his last 3 games, Gray has just 3 earned in 17 innings on 9 hits and 4 walks. He's a tepid 1-1 in that stretch though. As for Martin, he's given up 6 earned over his last 12 frames on 10 hits and 5 walks. If Martin can get through 5 innings or so, the Sox should be right in it, but I like Minnesota more win-wise. So the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. Minnesota went into Thursday having seen the over post a 60-59-10 in their first 129 games. The Twins are 12th in runs per game with 4.46 runs per contest, and they average 4.73 runs per game as the road team. That makes the average total for Minnesota games at 8.62 runs, with the road number climbing to an average of 9.21 runs a night. Chicago entered Thursday having seen the under posting a 65-58-7 mark in their 130 games this season. The White Sox have put up an average of 4.18 runs per game on the year, which is 21st in the majors, and that number trends down slightly to 4.14 runs per game at home. Their average total on the season is 8.7 runs per game, and that rockets up to 9.43 runs per game at home. Although Gray should have a better start than he did the first time around, these two teams have been able to hit the other starters and bullpen often to score a ton of runs. In the 10 games they have played this season, 8 have gone over 8.5 runs, while the 2 that went under, 1 was 8 runs on the dot. In the games they have played, they are averaging 10.2 runs per game. The offenses have the pitcher's number. This game has the potential for plenty of runs. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus St. Louis Cardinals. 2 longtime rivals will battle as the Chicago Cubs visit Busch Stadium to take on the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cubs' main focus down the stretch will be to get a look at some developing talent and to play the role of spoiler. For the Cardinals, they have a half-dozen game lead in the National League Central and look in line to return to the playoffs yet again. The pitching matchup tonight will feature Adrian Sampson of the Cubs taking on southpaw Jordan Montgomery of the Cardinals. The Cubs are 5-0 in their last 5 Friday games and 1-4 in their last 5 overall. The Cardinals are 4-1 in their last 5 Friday games and 23-7 in their last 30 overall. The over is 3-0-1 in Cubs' last 4 overall. The over is 5-2 in Cardinals' last 7 overall. The Cubs are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings in St. Louis and 2-6 in the last 8 meetings. The Cubs and Cardinals are meeting up for the 17th time this season, meaning this will be their last series of the season. They recently faced off for a long 5-game series just over a week ago as well. well. The Cards took 3 of those games, each by multiple runs. Not winning that series more convincingly was actually one of their weaker performances recently, as they were the second-best team throughout the month of August. Behind only the Dodgers in that regard, they were able to not only catch the Brewers in the NL Central, but they now hold a rather significant lead in the division. Future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols has come on strong recently to supplement National League MVP favorite Paul Goldschmidt and fellow candidate Nolan Arenado. That trio will be facing Cubs starter Adrian Sampson. Both he and Justin Steele were unable to make the trip to Toronto during the week due to vaccination status. Now back with the team, Sampson is still looking for just his second win of the year. He was on the mound in that previous series, which was the Cubs' worst loss by far. After allowing 5 runs in just 3.1 innings, the Cards went on to win that game by a final of 13-3. He followed that up with another 3.1 inning start, which is bad news for a Cubs bullpen that ranks as the 7th worst in baseball. Former Yankee Jordan Montgomery, on the other hand, has had an incredible start with his new team. The Cards won all 5 of the lefty starts in August, with him recording 4 wins himself. That includes a win against the Cubs, which he should get once again on Friday. So the St. Louis Cardinals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Cubs are 3-0 to the over in their last 4 games. The Cardinals have gone 4-0 to the over in their last 4 games versus right-handed pitching. They have also gone to the over in 5 of their last 6 games overall and in each of their last 4 home games. The Cubs' weak bullpen will certainly be called upon to pitch multiple innings with Sampson starting. I expect the powerful Cardinals lineup to put up some power numbers against that inexperienced pen. While Montgomery went 9 shutout innings against the Cubs in his last game, the batters for Chicago got familiar with him and they will be a bit more successful this time out. St. Louis has a really good offense. The Cardinals are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, home runs, RBI, walks, strikeouts, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Paul Goldschmidt is top 3 in the MLB in home runs, RBI, and batting average. Montgomery will hold the Cubs down, but the Cardinals will do their part as they will hit Sampson well. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Los Angeles Angels. It is the opening contest of a 3-game series between 2 teams battling for a wild card spot when the Philadelphia Phillies take on the San Francisco Giants. Philadelphia enters this series 7-3 in their last 10 and holds the 2nd wild card spot in the National League. San Francisco has lost their last 7 games and suddenly finds themselves 10.5 games out of the final wild card spot. Houston is 5-2 in their last 7 road games and 47-23 in their last 70 games overall, while the under is 4-0-1 in their last 5 series opening games. Los Angeles is 13-29 in their last 42 home games and 8-19 in their last 27 series opening games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 division games. The Halos are playing well as of late, but they have only won 5 of 16 games following a day off. They have lost 6 of 10 home games where their lineup has struggled. Look for that continue against McCullers Jr., who did not give up any runs in his last start and has not given up any in 2 of 3 starts this season. He is fresh missing the first months of the season and will have his 3rd quality start of the season. Detmers is coming off a solid last start and he pitched pretty well in 2 starts facing the Astros this season. Still, while he will have a decent outing, it will not be as good as McCullers. I get the reasoning for wanting to be on either side here, as the Angels have provided value in some spots over the last couple of weeks, and Detmers has been a solid option for the Halos in spots, while the Astros are the far better team and McCullers Jr. look to have fit right in without missing a beat. That being said, this isn't a bad price all things considered for the Astros, and I just think you have a team that is getting ready for a playoff run in Houston going against an Angels team that's just playing out the string and isn't even interested in playing spoiler. The Astros are a better team across the board and they will win their 4th in a row with a win over Los Angeles in this series opener. So the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Totals between these teams have fluctuated throughout the season with 2-0 games, while also having 19-run games. This series taking place in Los Angeles also supports a high-scoring weekend. Angel Stadium is far more hitter-friendly than the Minute Maid Park in Houston. It's the 8th best for home runs, and there's plenty of power in these lineups. Trout is just 2 homers shy of matching Ohtani's 30, and that's with missing significant time. The Astros are set to have Yordan Alvarez back for this series, one of the top hitters in the entire league. The last time these teams met in Los Angeles, the series opened with 11 runs, so expect at least 8 runs on Friday. Given the starting pitching matchup and a healthy Mike Trout back for the Angels, we're going to support another high-scoring matchup. It may not quite be 19 runs, but it was the lefty Detmers that was on the mound for that game. He's even allowed high totals to weak lineups like the Royals. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.